We're talking about my nigga RinneYT. You know, I haven't made a video about RinneYT, by the way. My apologies. I don't have the brightness up, so it's really dark. I usually don't like the brightness too much. I'm gonna turn this down, but today I wanted to do something a little bit more different. So my nigga thought I was joking when I was gonna make that that RinneYT my experience video, because I wanna make it. I don't care if this is gonna be 30 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe even an hour. You know, I want to talk about RinneYT, and I want to talk about his YouTube channel. By the way, this is the RinneYT I'm talking about. At RinneYT 1 of 1129. All right. And I want to start off. Excuse me. I wanted to start off this video by talking about how truly dedicated Chris is to making videos. Chris, out of everyone I know, right, in terms of everybody I know that does YouTube, that even does it, my nigga Rinne is one of the hardest working people I know. And I know my hair is fucking nuts this video. It's really bad. I should have probably prepped my hair better, and I mean this seriously. I don't mean this as a fucking joke. This isn't a joke video, I'm serious. Rinne is one of the most dedicated, hardworking people I know on this platform. And yet, he barely gets recognized for it, or he feels like he's beneath me on this platform. And, you know, I always tell RinneYT, and I mean this literally, Rinne, you are not beneath me. Matter of fact, we're equals. Don't ever tell yourself, even if the scenario of our videos, mine has more views than yours, so what? You know what I mean? It's not going to matter in 100 years when we're, you know, it's not going to matter later on. That video is going to have 100 views, so what? Your video could possibly have 1,000, maybe 2 million views. And don't think of it as a jealousy thing. This is like years worth of superiority thing, where people always thought I was superior for some stupid ass reason, you know. But that isn't the point. The point is Chris is really one of the most dedicated people I've ever known. He works hard on each video that he makes. Now, yes, I know he makes shorts now, so it's like, oh, Alex, what do you mean? Shorts aren't that hard to make. They are hard to make. Getting the clip, trying to get it in HD quality, editing the clip down takes some time. And not only he edits shorts, but he actually makes fucking edits. Okay? If you don't know what edits are, they're like little videos. What's up, Benji? How you doing? These edits, hold on, let me find the best one, because edits are like little videos where it's like about a character, music's playing in the background, but it's like really cool, like transitions fusing into each other, and that's pretty much what edits are. I don't want to play one because I don't want to risk the copyright. You know what I mean? But to give you an example, like go watch I'm Miles Morales, because that's a pretty underrated one from Chris. And not only he edits and makes edits, but he also does gaming videos. Gaming videos just like me, and so on and so forth, right? And a lot of these videos of his are getting undermined, you know, or he thinks his videos are not as good as mine. But I always saw Chris, no matter the scenario, no matter what, I've always seen Chris as right there with me, you know, in this YouTube journey. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good myself. Thank you for asking. I know I mentioned this probably in the last one, but I saw Chris when he first started doing YouTube. He really reminded me of myself, exactly like myself, 10 years ago. Like, about 10 years ago for both of us. And when I saw him on YouTube doing talk videos, like, every day, before this channel, way before this channel even happened, doing talk videos, really reminding me of myself, I wanted to help him, you know, and we started talking. And when we started talking to each other, I opened up about my whole life, my whole person, my whole self to him right out the gate, you know, because I'm not really good at kind of keeping it held back, you know. Everything was coming out in terms of, like, my wacky energy from back then, my love for people, everything was coming out. And the point is, right, is I helped him grow, you know. I helped him grow to become his own person, his own being. Now, it's not just because of me, you know. He also worked for the shit, but that was back then compared to now in 2024. In 2024, you know, other than Chris being a really dedicated editor, he also really makes awesome thumbnails. And he's actually a pretty funny ass dude. He's actually my best friend. My brother, bro. My brother. And a lot of people, like, seem to kind of take that for granted in comparison to me. Because I value me and Chris's broship a lot. Because he was there for me when I didn't know anybody else, you know what I mean, on the internet. Chris was like my first real internet friend. That became way more than just being an internet friend. Because, you know, you have that phase for a while where you guys are just online talking to each other. And then it turns into something else. Have you guys ever met IRL? We have not in terms of this video yet. No, we have not. But I would love to. But by this point, it pretty much already feels like we've met each other IRL because we talked every fucking day since 2014, pretty much. We've fucking played tons of shit together. We've gotten tons of arguments. We pretty much are like fucking brothers, bro. Like, we do literally everything like what brothers do. And I couldn't ask for someone more cool than Chris, bro. Because not only Chris, like, I help Chris, but he helps me, you know. Like, we help each other mentally, too. Like, if we're really having a bad day, you know, we don't treat it as, ugh, here he goes putting baggage on me again. Or like other people do nowadays. Like, we legit sit and talk about our feelings half the time, what we're going through, what our current scenarios are, bro. I love that nigga so fucking much, man. And even though I may annoy the fuck out of him a lot, and he annoys, you know, sometimes he annoys the fuck out of me, I still love Chris, regardless of whatever happens, you know. I remember there was even, like, a fucking time where we broke off, you know, for a while, and didn't talk. Because we were so mad at each other, and I completely forgot the reason why, but it doesn't matter because in the end, you know, we came back, you know, we started talking again and shit, and I couldn't be more prouder of Chris as a person right now because Chris has come a long way since back in the day, and I have too. And it's partially thanks to RinneYT, this man right here, that I am even the person I am today. Because, you know, he talked me out of suicide, man. You know? He talked me out of a lot of crazy things that I was gonna do. You know? Like I said, he was there for shit that you guys don't even see. He was there helping me when Troy was giving me the runaround back in the day. He was there when I shifted from Gamer Pac-Man Panasar to Alex the Bleach Master. He was fucking there. Gamer Pac-Man Panasar 2. 1 and 2. Albus Panasar 2. He was there for that. He was there for a lot of that. Giving me advice. Telling me what videos I should do. And we're still giving each other video ideas to this day. You know, like I told Chris a while back, you know, in terms of his channel. Hold on. Oh my God, Snickers. But with all seriousness, right, like, I look back on this page and, you know, the shorts ideas, right? So, this is another thing that I remember talking to Chris about. Let's go to the closet. Let's go to the closet. It's better talking in there in terms of when I'm making stuff for the internet. Here, let's go over here real quick. It's a lot easier for me just to be in here because I know there's my dogs are very sensitive to noises, and I tried to lean my tablet up against the thing and it kind of caused the whole thing. Let me see if I can get my thing going on. And by the way, you can check RinneYT's channel out right now because he's been posting every single day. He's on this daily upload grind. Now, he also told me that this daily upload grind, right? Oh, shit, I clicked the video on accident. But anyways, I know I'm getting scatterbrained everywhere because I wasn't expecting myself to, because me and RinneYT were talking about, is this a joke video? Like, what is this? You're not actually going to make a video about me again, are you? What am I doing right here, bro? Come on. Okay. Sorry, I had to check my dog. My dog wanted to come in for a second. But anyways. Can't stand this hair anymore. I gotta put this on. But anyways, so I remember giving him the idea a while back. Hey, RinneYT, you should start posting shorts so you can, like, gain subscribers and something, because it helped me out, you know? And not only that, but, like, I'm giving not only Chris, like, video ideas, but I'm also helping him out on the platform. Like, and it's not just me helping him out. I love the fact that, the best thing, fuck what I was going to say just 2 seconds ago. What I love most about RinneYT in this day and age is his continual creativity and his way to set himself apart, you know, from me and everything I do. Sure, our content is very similar at times, where we post shorts, where we stream and, you know, post shorts and stream every day so we can keep our channels consistent. That's the thing. But, you know, and then we also do the gaming, we also do the vlogging, we also do a lot of the same things. But the thing with Chris is, you know, he also throws in edits. He throws in a lot of stuff that I haven't even thought about playing, like Final Fantasy 16 or the Persona series, which, well, I am going to actually get into the Persona series, so you guys might get a video about that. But my point is RinneYT as a person, and RinneYT, I hope you're watching this, because I want you to watch this, is I cherish everything you fucking do, man. Everything you ever done on the platform, by yourself, you know, creating this banger-ass channel, almost at 300 subscribers, which I really want him to get 300 subscribers, so everyone in this video go subscribe to RinneYT right now. This RinneYT, when you look him up, go subscribe to him now. He's at 284. There's like 7 people in here. Go subscribe. Take a minute. Go subscribe. I want to see that fucking, I want to see him at 300. You know, I'm specifically talking about him, so I want to see him at 300 subscribers and stuff. And, you know, I want him to grow his own. And, dude, I was so happy for him. You guys got to hear this one. I was so happy for RinneYT because when he got somebody in his Discord that was completely brand new, my happiness skyrocketed. Because I remember Rinne's channel for a long time was quote-unquote dead, just like my channel was for a very long time. And, you know, Rinne was like, dude, I'm not feeling any hope, or I'm not feeling any type of, you know, way to fucking gain subscribers, Alan. And it's like, dude, you gotta keep pushing, bro. Like, just like me, when I was going through that era of not gaining any subscribers or any type of viewership or so on and so forth, I pushed on, and now look what's happening. I'm gaining subscribers almost every other day from whatever I decide to post, which is fucking awesome. And now he is too, with some of the shorts he is posting and stuff. He's posting shorts now. Chris has been posting shorts for about a few weeks to maybe a month now. He's been posting shorts nonstop like fucking crazy. It's fucking awesome, man, that he's continuing his grind. And no, I don't want to hear anyone say, oh, he's grinding because you're grinding. It's like, no. He matter of fact, he got inspired to grind because I was on a fucking grind for months. Like, he got inspired from that and said, you know what? I want to grind too. Because I should be grinding on YouTube as well, Alan. And you know what? You're absolutely right, bro. We should be grinding fucking together on YouTube.com. We should be grinding together, and I'm happy we are. I'm happy he's grinding out videos, I'm grinding out videos, and then we come together and kind of talk about videos you want to be in with each other and so on each other's channels. It's actually pretty cool. Another thing I really loved about Chris was we talked so much and we were in so many of each other's videos that we don't even consider it a collab between YouTubers anymore. I remember like year 1 or year 2, we would be like, oh, this is like a collab type video with ArekkusuTM and Killer Chris 1129 or RinneYT. But for like years now, we're just like, oh yeah, Alan's in this video. Hi. Or, oh yeah, Rin is in this video. What's up, bro? And it would be like, it's just two brothers being in a video. It doesn't feel like a collab to me. You know what I mean? Now, that doesn't mean collabing with Chris doesn't mean, oh, is Chris not important enough for it to be considered a collab? Fuck no. Bro, he's even more important than that, because I feel like when you make a collab video with somebody, you know, you're usually making it with somebody that you have a common interest in. And then you guys, like, continually do it that way. Or it feels more like, you know, that's what I feel like collabs are about. Is when it's about, like, with two people, when they have an interest in something. And, like, they like each other a little bit. They can tolerate each other. So, like, they talk for, like, a little bit. So on, right? Me and Chris are way beyond that, okay? We are way beyond just liking certain things, bro. We will fucks with almost anything that each other likes, bro. And yes, there are times where, you know, I may be like, yeah, look, Mega Man ZX and shit and so on and so forth. And then, you know, kind of not liking what Rinne puts out sometimes. And I kind of show that a bit too much. But, you know, which is why I'm going to actually sit and play the game instead of bitching about them again. So if Chris does show me ZX, like ZX admin, I'm just going to... It's because it's kind of hard to keep my mouth shut in terms of stuff that I either had experience on, or, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard for me not to be quiet about that sometimes, you know, about, oh, my experience with this and so on, right? It's really hard. But, anyways, as I was saying about RinneYT, I will forever support my mans, right? I remember Rinne always having that, not always having, but, you know, going through that time where it's like, oh, look, Alex is peaking more than me, you know what I mean? Because for years, my brother Rinne had to deal with almost like, not a superiority complex, but like a constantly being told by other people, what's up, Luigi, by the way? Constantly being told by other people that I was better than Chris 24/7, 7 days a week. And Chris, for a period of time, you know, I would defend and come in and be like, dude, that's not true. I'm literally on top. Not on top. I mean, I'm literally right beside Chris. I don't treat myself as superior to him. Just because I have more subscribers and sometimes I get more views. I don't fucking care about that. You know what I mean? I always treat Chris like an equal. But, you know, due to multiple different experiences with RinneYT getting comments in streams, out of streams, like in video comments sometimes, people would come up and say, you're a shit YouTuber. Get off the platform. ArekkusuTM, his best fucking friend, by the way, his best mate that he's known way longer than any of these people have ever known me. You need to get off the platform. You're nothing compared to him. And then there was even a time at Chris's school where people were like, have you seen Alex the Bleach Master? And then Rinne was like, yeah, I'm friends with him. I'm actually best friends with that dude. You're best friends with this dude? No fucking way. I don't believe you. Imagine you dealing with that shit. Being constantly told your best mate is superior to you in every way. I had to somewhat deal with that too. I can relate to that a little bit. You know, I constantly was told Louis was the better one of the two. Louis was the more innocent or the more less punchy-wunchy. Alright, less violent. Louis was the better child of everything. I dealt with that too. Trust me. There were a lot of times where I've had dealt with that. Like, I remember even in high school, in 9th grade, you know, when I was acting out. Because I didn't want to be there anymore, man. I was tired of that fucking school. Because I wasn't truly learning anything. My teacher said, Louis would have acted so much better than you. I wonder what Louis would do. Look at you. Can you at least try to act like your brother? Yeah. I've had scenarios like that. Dead ass. But this isn't about me. This is how I relate with Rinne a little bit. In terms of this scenario. I can relate with Rinne on that. And honestly, being told constantly that your brother is superior to you in every way is annoying. It's actually really sad to actually get told that. And people told him that back in the day. So which is why sometimes when Chris sees a video that's better than his on my channel, so on and so forth, sometimes, not all the time, you know, it's like, oh yeah, look, it's ArekkusuTM being better than RinneYT. Yep. And it's like, sometimes I can't help myself but feel sad a little bit, because it's like, because I don't tell him, oh dude, shit, my video got like 400 views, bro. It's like, I don't tell him that just so Chris can be like, yep, thanks for making me feel like shit, Alan, fuck you. I tell him because, like, I thought, you know, he would be excited with me, you know, about the video and stuff like that, you know, or I would tell him, just like, kind of let him know about an update, like, on my channel, like, what's going on with it. You know, and then when he tells me his video is a banger, I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. And even behind closed doors and when we don't talk to each other, I still wish the best for Chris, no matter what. And another thing that relates to that, right, is people in my Discord also treated Chris like shit before. And this pissed me off a lot. Because it seemed like a common trend. And I mean this. So keep this in mind when you guys talk to Chris and stuff in the future. Don't treat him like shit. Can we actually move past treating Chris like shit? Because, oh, look, it's RinneYT. You know what I mean? Like, fuck your first impressions of Chris. God damn it. Fucking bury them all in the fucking ground. You know what? I'm sorry, just thinking about this shit just pisses me off a little bit, because, yes, and my people in my Discord would treat Chris like shit, Dachi has treated Chris like shit before. Nick has treated Chris like shit before. You know, tons of my usual friends and people that would be in my community, right, have treated Chris like shit before. And that leaves something on somebody, no matter who you are. Like, imagine, say that to somebody 100 times. They will start believing they're the inferior one. They will start believing that I'm just an inferior version of Alan, I guess. You know what I mean? Just have that be on you for a bit. Understand Chris for a while. Treating him like shit. Because of Discord. Or not because of Discord, because of, just subscriber numbers or some stupid shit. Just imagine that. Subscriber numbers, man. Over some numbers. I wonder what would happen if our subscribers were swapped. Would Chris be immediately treated better? Because some people really work like that. Like, their social status or something. Like, if you have some social status and you look nice, you can get places. You know what I mean? And I remember me and Chris, too, were having some private conversations about our looks and shit. He was like, nah, you're more handsome looking than I am. And I'm like, no, bro, come the fuck on. Don't do yourself down like that, brother. Get yourself in a tux, and my goodness, bro, you're peaking. You know what I mean? Even without the tux, you're peaking, bro. You're peaking by just being you, bro. And, I tell Rene that all the time. You're peaking for just being you. And I even told him in my Ultimate stream when he wasn't peaking because he didn't get reload in his internet outage. Bro, you may not be peaking today, but you can always peak tomorrow. There's always going to be another day where you can be the best version, or you can peak. You know what I mean? Peak as in, like, you can be at the top. There's always going to be a time where you're at the top, and there's always going to be time when you're at the bottom. And a lot of people try their best to stay in the middle between the bottom where you're nothing and peaking. They try to stay in between so they can keep some of that energy going with them. But yeah, I know this video is more scatterbrained than the usual my experience, where I'm very focused and into what's going on. There's just so much stuff. When I think of RinneYT, I think of a lot of different things. I can think of multiple different eras, like the era where we didn't talk. The era where we just talked 24/7. The era of people thinking I was superior to Chris, or people just genuinely liking my energy more than Chris's. Because apparently Chris gives off this edge energy, or this energy that you're not as energy opened as ArekkusuTM. Or something like that, right? Right? And I don't know what any of that means in particular, because Chris can actually tell you some advice. If he helped me, I'm certain he can help you, in times of need, if you really need it to be like that. And plus, another thing that I really appreciate Chris for, and this happened last night, very recently. We'll get on the PS5 for a second. Come on over. I don't know if Wi-Fi is on the PS5, so I'm going to turn it off. And then we're going to end this video really quickly. Well, not quickly, but we're going to end this one, because I got another one I got to do about Ninja Gaiden 2. Because I benched the game last night. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is RinneYT. So, very recently, aka last night, he gave me his PlayStation account. Okay? Now, we game shared, and this motherfucker was nice enough to give me his account on PlayStation. And now, we can play a prefra of his PlayStation games. And this was Rinne wanting to pay Louis back for everything he did for Rinne and stuff. And also, not paying me back, because I don't need anything. I truly, really don't. And Louis didn't need it either, you know? But Rinne insisted that he give us his PlayStation account so we can play some of his games that, you know, he hasn't played in a while or so on and so forth. So, if you guys see videos on Persona 3 Portable in the future, somewhere in the future, or the more next-gen Ninja Gaiden series, or Reload, or whatever Chris has in terms of games, and you guys see videos from me about it, RinneYT is the whole reason why that's possible. And here's one more thing. The motherfucker is responsible single-handedly getting me J-stars back in my life. I snapped this game originally because Chris pissed me off. That's probably the one game I snapped because of him. But my point is, Chris gave me J-Stars Victory Versus. Now, if you remember this game from when I had it on very early on in this channel's life, I think. But I deleted it because I think views weren't good. Something like that, when I really cared about views back in the day. We're planning on bringing this game back to the page. Back to the ArekkusuTM page and Chris page. We're planning on doing something with the game. And just thank Chris down below. Like, actually, maybe even, like, go up to his channel. Not only hit subscribe, but actually just thank him for being around. Because there was countless memories that... Countless days, too, where he helped me. He not only just helped me, but made me genuinely feel better. And again, these are times that you, the audience, and people on my Discord don't get to see. Like, there's some times where, like, you know, oh, my dad was this, my dad was that, or something. Or, you know, my dad said this to me last night. You know, even though he wouldn't really never mean it, but still, I would let Chris know sometimes about it. And, you know, he would tell me, you know, hey, your dad doesn't actually mean it, man. He's just this and that, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. And it's like, you know what, Rinne, thank you for that. Like, that's why I'm like, seriously, go to RinneYT. RinneYT, at RinneYT1129. And go tell him thank you. Go watch a video of his. Matter of fact, subscribe, turn on notifications for his page right now. Because he works hard for what he does. And he's really trying to reach 300 subscribers. Because so that way he can pass up his old channel that he had from way back in the day. And he can continue on being the most peak version of his YouTube self, you know. I love that guy so much. Tons of advice, tons of good memories. He's overall a really good person. And I don't know, it's funny when people tell me, like, their perception of him, their instant thoughts of him. And it's like, I guess I just see things completely different than a lot of you guys. Because what a lot of people tell me about Chris is they tell me, dude, he gives me this weird vibe. Or not weird vibe, but he gives me this... ooh, you're not as open. Not as open, but ooh, you're this type of energy. And you know what's so funny about that? I never saw Chris like that in my life. When I first met him, I was so happy that he even accepted my call. And little did he know, it would open a whole gate of one of the, or the best friend experience I've ever had in my life. I never saw Chris as this dark, edgy motherfucker or something. I never saw him as that, man. I saw him as a fucking awesome-ass dude. Day one, I saw him as an awesome-ass dude, and it never fucking changed. What's up, Lucas? How you doing? So, seriously, I mean this. I really mean this, guys. Go to Chris's channel. Go subscribe. Go tell him thank you, for always being there for Alan. And not just for me. But go support him for him. Because he doesn't need to live in a world where he's constantly being reminded of, oh, he's underneath me, or something like that, or whatever, right? Because it's not true. The truth is, we are just two men that fucking bond like fucking Naruto and Sasuke in this bitch, okay? We bond like that. We're two peas in a pod. Hell, there were times Chris was there when Nick wasn't. You know what I mean? And vice versa. There were times where Nick was there when Chris wasn't. But that's not the point. And I've known Nick for like 15 fucking years. Most of my life I've known Nick. And we've always had like very similar interests too. So it's like, fuck, man. I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to apologize. I always apologize. It's just, this is my love for RinneYT. And I know Rinne said I wasn't going to do it, but, it was about that time for a fucking updated version of my experience with RinneYT. And let me know if you guys want a fucking episode, you know what I mean? A my experience episode with you, man. Like, I'll talk about everything I remember about you. And I'll mean it, man. Bro, you could talk about grass, but the way you're talking would make it good and interesting. My experience touching grass. I think that should be an interesting one. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing to not only my page, but it would mean the world if you guys can go subscribe to RinneYT. Matter of fact, he's the first person in my homepage in terms of after my past channels. Or maybe before my past channels. I don't know. I can't remember what my homepage looks like. But go check that shit out, man. It means a lot. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing, sharing my videos, supporting me. But again, support RinneYT. Because he's fucking peaking. And I don't mean he's peaking in the moment. I mean he's genuinely peaking, guys. So go treat our king with some respect, goddammit.